It's not the body that makes me less. It's the love that don't show up. The questions that cut deep. Listen. Hey, look at me sideways when I mention my pain. Like love got a limit, like my worth ain't the same. But baby, my heart still beat heavy in time. Don't measure my soul by the frame of my spine. My body got trials, but my spirit is free. I don't want your pity, I want love that sees me. Don't write me off, don't treat me as less. If you love me at all, then love me no guess. Don't love me less, 'cause I walk with a scar. I'm still the rhythm, I'm still the star. Don't treat me like burden, don't call me a test. I'm worthy of love, so don't love me less. Don't fade on me. Dating feels like an interview. All these doubts, can you handle it? What if things go south, but the right one gon' vibe past the scars I own? They see the blues in my voice, call my body home. Ask me what I need, don't script out my life. Love is two people, struggle, joy, and strife. If you ride with me steady, if you show me respect, then my broken don't break us. It's love that's correct. Don't love me less, 'cause I walk with a scar. I'm still the rhythm, I'm still the star. Don't treat me like burden, don't call me a test. I'm worthy of love, so don't love me less. Don't love me less. Oh, I'm still the star. Don't treat me like burden, don't call me a test. I'm worthy of love, so don't love me less. Hold me with my pain, heal me through the mess. I'm more than my body, just don't love me less.
Yo, you just pulled up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and KELLZ on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. You just enjoy friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, strip bare. Got a steed, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen KELLZ hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talking, we walking, no filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down.
Situationships with benefits and blurred lines. Late night convos that redefine mine. Friend turns to foe, may turn to ghost. But we speak on it all, toast to the growth. Auntie vibes with a twist, drop gems in the mist. Got a palace full of wisdom, come get you a fix. Mic check, soul check, what's your connection? We the pulse of the people, every vibe gets a section. This ain't no gossip, this is gospel with glitter. A sanctuary for the stories they told you to bury. Let your voice rise, let your pain breathe, let your ship dock here.
What does love look like when the body whispers secrets the world can't hear? What does connection feel like when the eyes see a chair, a cane, a star, but not the strength behind it? Invisible visible pain, visible struggle, silent storms behind smiling faces. See, we live in a world that says beauty is flawless, health is the ticket, and perfection is the price of love. But baby, love don't need perfect conditions. Love doesn't walk out when the body sits down. Love doesn't vanish because illness shows up unwanted. Love is the oxygen when you cannot catch your breath. It's the calm hand when tremors shake your peace. It's the one voice reminding you you are still worthy. So today, the ship is setting sail into uncharted waters, into the hearts of those carrying invisible illnesses, into the arms of those living with visible disabilities, and into the soul of love that refuses to quiet. Because here, family, we know love is not limited. Love is not conditional. Love always finds a way. Welcome to the ships. Hey everybody. Welcome back to the ships, the place where we navigate the waters of love and relationships. And I am Goddess D of Love.
And I am Queen KELZ. We're so glad that you have joined us today for episode number 49.
49. What?
That's a girl episode.
That deserves a clap. We on
Yes.
49. That's amazing.
49, y'all. So, okay, family. Let's just put it out there. Would you date or even build a relationship with a person who has an invisible illness or disability? Be real with yourself. Don't answer, how do you think you should answer? How your heart really feels. Think about it for a second. The ideal of love is often tied to fairy tales and visions of perfection. So we tie the two together. But what really happens in reality when we include a health condition or a physical challenge?
Right, because sometimes we get caught up in appearances, right? When we say visible disability, we mean something you can see, like a person in a wheelchair, or someone with a prosthetic limb, or a physical difference from a birth condition. It's immediately apparent when you have a visible disability. Wouldn't you agree?
I will. And then the other thing is, when you have the invisible illness too, I think that kind of is tricky, especially if it's duration, the time, right? You don't know that a person has illness and then you see it develop over time versus somebody that you already see is in a wheelchair, right? And then not only that, you see people in family, in love and relationships. There's one couple I know that we watch all the time. And people be like, how they have a baby and they are disabled. And it does bring the question to ask, why would they do that? But you don't question somebody's love and what they choose to do, but they are disabled and they have children. So, I mean, on the other hand, when you have an invisible illness, it's a medical condition that isn't, like I said, it's not immediately noticed by the outside. So, like in my example, I was diagnosed with Crohn's. There are others out there like lupus, fibromyalgia, and even mental health conditions like anxiety and depression, just to name a couple. So a person might look perfectly healthy, but they might be living with the chronic pain, with fatigue, and other symptoms that are not a consistent part of their daily life. But on the outside, somebody might look perfectly fine, but on the inside, they're fighting battles daily. You know, that feels
Yes.
like,
So, this subject that we're discussing is personal to both of us.
yeah,
You just mentioned that you were diagnosed and have had
hmm
Crohn's disease. I had rheumatoid arthritis, which we were talking about, you mentioned earlier,
yeah,
which it didn't become visible until later,
yeah,
right? So I was telling, like we were talking, telling people I have this condition, but it did not, because you couldn't see it at the time,
right,
and I could feel it.
right,
But the family and friends, she's okay, until it became visible.
yeah,
So this subject is really personal for us.
yeah, near and dear to both of us.
Hmm.
I can't say that.
Yes. So we're gonna we're gonna really get into some questions and thought provoking things that we have. So
Yeah,
we're gonna really
mm,
be diving into this, even in the Q&A, because it's something that needs to be discussed, because it's been on my mind about how people handle this.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So we're just warming up, y'all. When we come back, we're talking about what single life looks like when you're living with health challenges. So don't go anywhere.
Um,
This ships is ready to sail, and this journey is just getting started right after this message.
Dear friend, can we talk? You ever hold something inside you so long it starts to rot? The truth fermented in silence. This ain't about closure, it's about honesty. When I do with harmony, yeah. Dear friend, can we talk? Can I pour this truth like wine? I'm for the ache I've locked inside for such a long, long time. Dear friend, can we talk before the silence swallows it whole? I need you to know I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm whole. I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm whole. Light is to glitch, shit is snap or piano, internet delivery. There were nights I wrote you letters, tore them up before the dawn. Pages heavy with forgiveness, but too late to right the wrong.
Welcome back, everybody.
Right,
KELZ, did you
yes.
check out Dear Friend last night?
We landed all on the line with dear friend, right?
Yeah,
Lisa
Alicia
Barner.
Dion and Blended Healing. Man, and this episode was a letter to
From a parent
parent
to
to
a
a
child.
child.
And I tell you that it was deep, it was heartfelt, it was emotional, it was everything that some kids may have wanted to hear their parents to say.
It was so good that there's going to be a part two.
Part two, y'all. Part
So,
two. Come on.
hit your notification button at Blended Healing so you'll know. I know it's on Monday, and I thought it was going to be every other Monday, but I don't know because they have a part two because they didn't even get to cover everything.
Not everything.
So you have time to go watch that if you didn't get to watch that last night.
Please do. Please
Okay.
do.
So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Blended Healing and Alicia Dion. But definitely tune in on Mondays at 7 p.m. for Dear Friends.
All right, y'all. Welcome back, family. Now we are tuned into the ships, and tonight, me and Goddess D are digging in deep into love, illness, and disability. Now, we just talked about the invisible versus visible challenge, right?
Yes.
And now we're going to shift into single life, really feel what it feels like when you're carrying those battles.
All right.
Right?
Mhm.
Because now being single has its own challenges, right? You got
Mhm.
apps, the offer dating sites, the offer dates that you got to go on, right? The situation shifts. But then when you add health challenges to the mix, it's a whole different beast.
Facts.
It's a whole different ball game when you're dealing with that. So today we are focusing on the journey from single life to relationship. Now through all the lenses of a person with health issues or a disability.
Okay.
So this isn't just about a romantic partner. It's about the effects of the health condition that it can have on all types of relationships with your friends and your potential romantic partner, but your family too.
Mhm.
Because, like we said, you had some health issues that I didn't. You said you did,
Mhm.
but I didn't see him at the time.
Mhm.
And then you moved, and then when I seen it, it literally broke me down.
And likewise with you, yours was 7.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait, what do you mean? Like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with the person who has a condition.
Yeah.
This could be incredibly hard to put yourself out there. It is incredibly hard to put yourself out there. Let me just be real. You're not just dating, you're always wondering how to disclose your illness or your disability. That's often a fear of rejection. The moment you tell someone, will they suddenly see you as less whole, less desirable, less able to be a partner? When you have a visible disability, you don't have the option of waiting to share. People see it right away. And let's be real, sometimes they make assumptions before you even open your mouth. They assume what you can and cannot do. Or, and you're just trying to enjoy a cup of coffee and a good conversation.
Now,
Okay, that was deep. For me.
now go ahead and flip that, right?
Okay.
So, in an invisible illness, who says that anxiety of disclosure can be overwhelming? A person might worry about being seen as a burden, or their partner won't be able to handle the flare ups or the bad days. It's a mental health or emotional tax on top of the physical one. So if you can imagine you're single and you're dealing with lupus, you look fine. Your hair done, your outfit is on point when you step out, you're giving everything. But on the inside, your body feels like it's betraying you. The aches, the pains, the flare ups. So there's so many questions. You don't know what to do. So do you tell someone on the first date? Or do you wait until things get serious? That's a whole different type of stress.
Facts. Facts. So let me ask all of y'all, if you had a condition, would you tell someone right away or would you wait? Think about it. And even if you were on the other side, right? Dating someone, would you want to know if they're upfront?
See, these are the things that we don't talk about enough.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
We don't.
And that is why a lot of people feel alone in the single life with their health conditions, you know what I mean, or their health challenges. But trust me, family, you're not alone. So picture this: you meet someone, sparks are flying, you're vibing, but you're vibing. I don't know what I just said. You're vibing, but then you vibing, right? Then you look at the things like, shoot, do I really want to tell them? I don't want to deal with this right now.
Exactly.
What if you're with them and your body's betraying you in the moment? And physically, on the outside, you look okay,
I've had that happen.
but you're on the inside, you're like, yeah, I gotta go lay down,
Mhm.
or I gotta go sit down, or I gotta like just take a break. I really don't want to tell this person I gotta take a break.
Right. I've had that
I
happen.
gotta take it.
And I'm just like, I gotta go. And then they're looking like she left abruptly.
Yeah.
But I'm in pain. I can't do this, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And here's another fear. Will they see you as a burden? Will they walk away? Or will they actually lean in and say, I got you? This fear keeps a lot of people from even trying, even myself, y'all. Talk about the reality of caregiving, medical appointments, financial status, fatigue. Love requires patience, communication, and a willingness to learn.
Yeah. And let's not forget the other side of this too. There are partners that step up in a way you couldn't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll learn your triggers. They will ride to your doctor's appointments with you. They'll check on you when you're quiet. I do believe that all of that is love in action.
Yes. So, family, think about this. What would it mean to you if your partner stayed when things got hard? Would you see them differently? And could you do the same if the roles were reversed?
Mm.
These are questions that we're just
Mm.
having in mind because we could talk about these in
So
the Q&A.
I got one more too. I got one more too. So to add to that, would you get into a relationship knowing someone has an invisible or a visible disability? So yeah.
We're gonna be think about all these questions because we want to interact on this Q&A.
Yeah.
We're gonna really go
Because
answer. We're gonna answer these on the
so
Q&A.
before we go to commercial break, the thing that I really want to know is that do people really disclose that they have health issues? In today's time, we eat a lot of McDonald's and a lot of Wendy's and a lot of eating out and crab boils and broiled boils and all that other stuff and fried chickens and Chick-fil-A's and all that, right? I'm part of them people, so like I'm talking stuff about myself, even if I don't eat it all the time. I have eaten it and I do. But I'm just saying there's things that I do where I'm like I'm trying to disassociate myself from all of those things, right? So when you have a disability, you might have this where your stomach just get upset all the time. You got boo-boo all the time. Do you disclose that somehow my stomach messed up? Shoot. I might wake up early.
I think during time you will, but I'm not gonna because you're gonna get us off. We're gonna focus on this and we're gonna ask these questions during the Q&A.
Okay.
So now we're gonna talk about family and friends in the perspective. Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to do that for a break. I just
It's not great. We're gonna talk about
family and friends. So you know You know, sometimes it's not even a couple who struggles. It's the family and friends watching from the outside, right? Their reaction is often a mixed bag. On one hand, people are hella protective. That's what it is. Be hella protective. They see their loved one struggle and they want to make sure that their potential partner is a good fit or a good person for them, who will be supportive and not someone who will cause them more pain. And so this protectiveness, well, while it is well intentioned, can sometimes feel like a lack of trust to the person who is dating.
Yes. You might hear things like, why would you take that on? Or don't you want an easier life? Friends and family mean well sometimes, but what they don't realize is they're protecting their own fears. On the other hand, some family and friends might have their own insecurities or concerns. They might even worry if the new person will be able to handle all the particulars. Like we said, the doctor's appointment, the lifestyle change, or even the financial part. It can be incredible. It can be an incredibly vulnerable time for the whole entire family, not just the person in the relationship. This is true.
Yeah, I get it. Because in some of these instances, you have some parents that worry about their children dating someone with health challenges just because they don't want to see their child stressed out or hurt. You can, you know, and friends might even say, you could do better. Well, why you know, when in reality, better is about love, not about physical ability.
Yeah. So, shout out to my son Namaje, because I don't do his stuff. He gets so much kudos because he was dating a girl, and I didn't even know at the time until the girl had stood up. Do you remember? And she had problems with her walking. She could walk, and one day, and it was so sweet because she did walk different. They came into the barbershop, and he was walking like her. Like he had no shame. Like he had her hand and he walked it, and I was just like, oh my God! Like shout out to Namazi because that made he gave me hope. He was. It made me be like, oh, there's somebody, and he made me be like, I don't have to worry about it. Look, I'm showing you that there's a man out there. And I'm telling you, because we didn't even know until she, yeah. So, family, think about this. Has your family ever tried to talk you out of a relationship because they thought it was too hard? How did that make you feel? These are all questions that we'll be talking about, okay? Okay. So, we're breaking down some chains tonight and some fears of talking, not fears, because I don't like fears, and some transparent moments that we both needed to release. So next we're exploring what happens when invisible illnesses meet visible disability in love. That's a unique bond and a unique challenge. So
Now, y'all, this right here is deep. What happens when someone with an invisible illness dates someone with an invisible disability? The person with the invisible illness might have their own set of concerns. They might worry that their partner won't believe them when they're saying that they're having a bad day because they look fine. They might feel that their struggles are minimized compared to their partner's visible disability.
You know, you're right. They might think my partner is in a wheelchair and has to use ramps. My fatigue seems to so trivial compared to that. This can lead to a feeling of not being thick enough. Excuse me. Or a fear of not being strong enough partner because the illness is unpredictable and unseen. They may also worry about how society will perceive them as a couple, how they look to everyone. But everyone only focus on the person with the visible disability and not the one with the invisible disability. It creates this space of understanding that most people can't even imagine. Both people already know what it feels like to be underestimated or judged, but they can also be doubt like, can we really handle both of our challenges together? Ooh, that's one of the things that I am facing. So,
And it you got to understand these are valid concerns, right? But it's also a chance for an incredible empathy, for you to increase the empathy that you
mhm,
have. So both people in the relationships have an understanding of what it means to live with a body that doesn't always cooperate.
mm,
So this shared experience can build a powerful bond, a unique kind of understanding and support that others may not have. You guys really do understand each other and are there for each other.
mhm,
But the truth is, love,
break it
right?
down.
Love has a way of balancing the scales. They see each other beyond the illness, beyond the cane, beyond the chair. They see the spirit, they see the heart.
Ooh, that's very encouraging because that's what true love is. And I think both of us, I know I'm speaking for myself as well,
Mhm.
I have to wrap my head around that. And you encourage me. Like on the family side, I know that I have a family member besides my children. You guys display that love. And so you always remind me that as far as a relationship or friends, I can get that too because sometimes I don't see that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know, girl.
Right.
Especially in that relationship thing, y'all.
Yeah. I
I'd
can
be
see that.
really like, okay.
But I think that it is one of those things where you have to really think about how you're going to be in a relationship with somebody that has an illness, just period. And I think you should be honest and come and say it up front so that a person knows what they're dealing with. Because the last thing you want to do is get with somebody and they act like everything is fine and then something happens to you and then they up and just leave you in the midst of it.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the people that are out there that are married or in relationships and they're with someone that has a disability or they may also have a disability as well. Shouts out when you're there and you're sticking it out, you're helping people. It gets tiring, you know what I mean? Even for myself, having to keep up with myself and my health, it's tiring for myself. So I can't even imagine someone having to take care of someone else in a condition, you know what I mean? Or having to do everything because there are people out there where their partners may be debilitated and they may not be able to walk or do any of those things and they're full caretakers of their partner. So I commend you guys because it's a hard task to take on.
And I commend the family members
Yeah.
that do the same and the friends. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
That true friends, we'll go into that because I have some amazing stories about some very good friends that have in my life that live in Colorado that done amazing things. But shout out to Kelly and her family because and it's not like I can't do, but they know what I can and I can't, and they help. So that's true love. So let me ask y'all, because I've been asking y'all, been asking you questions, all audience. Do you believe two people with health challenges can thrive in a relationship, or do you think it's too much to carry? And then I want y'all to keep it real when y'all think about that, because the questions I'm documenting these questions for the Q&A.
Mhm.
Okay,
All right.
so let's go ahead and Kelly talk about you touched on love and what true love really is. So go ahead and break that down somewhere.
Okay. So just me explaining what true love looks like. So true love is this space,
Mm,
is it? It's patience. It's understanding. It's choosing to stay when things get inconvenient. I think it looks like finding comfort and courage in the success of all relationships, romantic or not. True love isn't about ignoring the illness or the disability. It's about seeing it. It's about acknowledging it and then giving the person, loving them, supporting them, being there with them anyway.
Yes, thank you for that breakdown. So, like for me, it's like riding out the flare, maybe taking me to some hospital visits, maybe me taking her to some hospital visits.
I was about to
You
say,
know
wait
what
a
I'm
minute,
saying?
I'm invisible. I'm not that invisible.
Our mental health days and still saying we good because we're together. It's not pity, it's partnership. There's a big difference. It's about a partner who knows that some days I can't walk, and that's okay. Some days you can't get out of bed, and that's okay.
Yeah.
A partner who brings you soup, a blanket without being asked. It's a partner who celebrates your small victories and is patient with your setbacks. Friends and family can support by being flexible, offering help, and respecting boundaries. Now, romantic partners, they can show love by listening, by learning, and showing up constantly.
Man, that is real. So, for the persons with the invisible disability, true love is finding a person who sees you as a whole person, not just a set of symptoms or physical limitations. It's really, truly about finding someone who makes your hard days even easier while also making the good days even better.
I like that.
It's about truly being seen. So, family, ask yourself, what does love look like to you when life gets hard? Because that's when you really gonna see what's real and who's real.
Facts. You right on that second part. See what's real and who's real. You right, girl. You on point with that one. So we're almost home, and it's our final segment. We're talking about how to find comfort and courage, and how love keeps thriving when life says something otherwise. So stay tuned. The shift is about to dock with some wisdom.
Let's go.
Body butter, shea, sage, washing off yesterday's weight, spell in the steam, peace in the flame. I call my power, speak my name. Rose quartz on my windowsill, lavender mist when I need to chill. Aura bright, no fake shine. Everything I touch is by design. Sacred glow, I feel divine. Every drop's a blessing by design. Soap so rich, spray so clean. Burning candles while I live my dream. Crystal charge, my spirit's high. Anointed oil, now watch me rise. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials. Oils crafted by moonlight's kiss. Protection in every little drip. From the root to the crown I rise. Ancestral hands all in this vibe. No mass made, this is hand poured. Every scent opens up a door. From conjure to calm, from shadow to light. Jamaica keeps my soul alive. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica.
Okay, sorry, y'all.
Yes.
Let me apologize to Shamaki Essentials because that was an old promo. Because right now she is a www.
.com, y'all.
So
Yes.
she has a whole website
A whole website.
that y'all could come check out.
Let's go.
Now, what y'all can do at this website, you have two options because we're both here.
Mm-hmm.
We have discount codes to give.
We do.
Mine's is DOSE10 and KELZ.
Mine is gonna be scrolling on the
This is HRBK10.
HRBK10. Y'all hit me up.
So this code one code can only be used for a purchase, right? So I know y'all might want to be like, which one? Well, use both because do two orders.
Right, because that's how you're gonna have to do it anyway. Can't use two at one time.
No, so it's any product over $15. We want you to use this one of the discount codes, or like I said, place more than one order, right?
Stay tapped in, y'all.
But we want to congratulate Blended Healing on her new hold.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations, sister.
All right. And y'all make sure y'all go to Shamaka Essentials.
Let's go. We're there.
Yes, everyone. We are rocking the sales and we're selling into the final stretch. We talked about single life, dating, family, friends, and true love. Now it's time to talk about comfort, courage, and how love thrives in all forms.
All right, family. We are here. We talked about the single life, dating, family, friends, and even what love looks like when invisible illness meets disability. But now let's bring it on home and let's talk about comfort and courage. Two things that keep relationships alive no matter what you're dealing with.
Yes, because listen, comfort isn't just about a soft pillow or a cozy blanket, even though we like that. And comfort is about knowing deep down that somebody sees you beyond your struggle. Comfort is not having to explain your pain over and over again. Comfort is being able to say, I'm not okay today. And your partner responds with patience instead of frustration.
Exactly, D. Comfort is that sigh of relief when you realize you don't have to perform, that you don't have to fake strong all the time. You don't have to prove that you're worthy of love. You can just be. And in this world, especially when you're living with an illness or a disability, that kind of comfort that someone can provide to you is priceless.
Man. So we're going to give you some story time and some examples, okay, y'all? I remember speaking with someone who lives with multiple sclerosis. She told me that her greatest fear wasn't the illness itself. It was whether someone would still love her as her condition progressed. And I can relate to that. And yes, you know what her husband told her? He said, I married your spirit and not just your body.
Let's go, husband.
As long as your spirit is alive, so is my love. And family, tell me that's not comfort. That made me be like, come on, boy. Hey.
Okay. Yes, okay. I get it. Encourage. That would be the second piece of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Courage is waking up and choosing love, even when it's scary. Courage is saying, I'm worthy of being loved, even when your body feels broken, even when the world tells you otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Courage, remember, is vulnerability. It's sharing your truth with someone, knowing they could walk away, but believing in yourself enough to say, I'll try anyway.
Yeah. So we've been having audience interaction.
We sure do. So what y'all gonna do?
So family, let's check with you for a second. I've been asking questions all night. So think about your own relationship if you're in one, or even the relationships you have with your friends or family, past or present. Have you ever felt comfort in knowing someone saw all your flaws and stayed? Or maybe you had to feel courage just to let somebody in. Sit with that for a moment, because I have to.
Okay. Okay, so while we sat with that for a moment, and then yes, it was a brief moment, for all those that are out there listening who's living with the invisible illness or a visible disability, let me ask you, what does courage look like for you? Is it saying yes to love again after heartbreak? Is it being honest about what you need? Or maybe just believing that you deserve love at all?
Whew, yeah. So now we're going to give some practical encouragements, okay?
Okay.
So here's the truth, the honest to God truth. Success in relationship doesn't mean you never argue, never struggle, or never get tired. Success means you keep showing up for each other anyway. Success is finding new ways to love when old ways didn't work anymore. Whew. Success is saying we're in this together, and then you mean it.
And that's it.
Period. Okay.
And let me say this. I'm going to add this too. Sometimes courage means loving yourself enough to walk away from the people that can't handle your truth. Don't settle for pity when you deserve partnership. Don't settle for judgment when you deserve joy. If they can't love all of you, including the challenges, then baby, they don't even deserve you.
She has told me those words before.
Sure have.
So here's some affirmations to you guys out there. If you want them, you can repeat them to yourself. We ain't going to hear you right now, but repeat this, family. I am not my illness.
I am not my illness.
I am not my disability.
I am not my disability.
I am love.
I am love. We could say that again.
Okay.
Can I add a couple more to that too?
Sure.
Okay, so let's start off with I am worthy of love.
I am worthy of love.
I am capable of giving love.
I am capable of giving love.
And I deserve relationships that bring me peace.
And I deserve relationships that bring me peace.
And I deserve relationships that bring me peace.
One more time for the people in the back.
And I deserve relationships that bring me peace.
And
And
my condition does not
Not-
define me. Love does.
let's go. Let's go.
All right, y'all. Those are our affirmations. We got something to talk about in a minute. We got some
things
words
to
to say
say.
to y'all. Okay.
So
Hold on.
stay tuned.
So, Kels, this discussion is really, really deep. And we're going to close with some words, you know what I'm saying, to really break this down.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I think that we should get into it.
All right. So, I'm going to start like this. Love is not the absence of storm.
It's the ship that sails through them.
It's not the body without scars.
But the soul that chooses connection anyway.
Invisible illness, visible disability,
Not the end of the story, but the ink, the brushstrokes that make love unique.
Love does not shrink when pain knocks.
Love does not fold when fatigue whispers. Love expands, love adapts, love endures.
True love is the partner who learns your medicine schedule, okay?
Ooh, girlfriend, who knows when silence is healing?
The family who says, I believe in your joy.
Even when your body feels weak.
True love, it's not pity,
It's partnership.
it's not charity,
It's a choice, a daily choice to show up,
to
to
lean in,
to say, I see you and I still want you.
So say this with us, family.
I am not my illness.
I am not my illness. I am not my disability.
I am not my disability.
I am love.
I am worthy.
I am worthy. I am whole.
I am whole.
And love will always find me. Even in the storm.
Especially in the storm.
Because love,
family, is the ship that never sinks.
So, Queen KELZ,
Mm.
this one was my healing and your healing, right? Wouldn't
Yeah.
you agree?
I would.
And it's very dear to both of us because we're both dealing with invisible illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
And we just want to share these things with you. But we really want you guys to come back to the Q&A. Let's have a discussion because we're really going to go there. We wanted to go so deep into it while we were doing this, but we was like, no, we're going to save that for the Q&A.
Yes.
Because we got a lot to talk about, okay?
Yes. Baby, come back.
There we
We
go.
need you to come back, please. 'Cause
Right.
we want to talk about this. I don't think that it's talked about enough.
Mm-hmm.
People don't talk with the thing about it is when you have an invisible illness, it's easy to hide. So I know that there are a lot more people that have invisible illnesses that don't talk about it, that are in relationships or that get into relationships. But what is the mindset behind being in a relationship? How are you dealing with your friends and family with your invisible illnesses or your physical ailments as well? So
And
come
how
on.
do you deal with a visible disability and have any type of relationship because you have a fear that you're going to be judged? We're going to talk about all this.
Come back, y'all.
All right. So I'm going to close you out with the COC. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to all of us. And we're going to see you right back at the Q&A.
See y'all.
Shout out to the mama chiefs. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, my pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of a voice. There isn't another feeling inside when they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put the feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with Bim's apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need a Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love a Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience.
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and opium, fresh from the FedEx chest, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear the shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is supposed to turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will. When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My equal love getting blown like the blammer. Bow. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention. And we don't wanna hear that.
And we let the whole truth flow. Oh, friendship, situationship, love in all directions. We don't judge the heart, we just honor its reflection. Lay it down, baby. Speak your soul. Let it be real. This ain't therapy. This is truth dressed in silk robes. This is soul talk over incense and eye contact. This is Sheeps at the Love Palace, where love always gets a seat at the table.